What you gonna do? No, if you hit the TV and they hit you, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Shoot it at the bottom of the door.
Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Trojans will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. A first down for the offense.
Oh!
The give out of the gun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, and when you've got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts because year after year they have elite playmakers.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. The run from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. On fourth down, they'll run it, looking for the first. Oh, it's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Yeah, and that is so frustrating because he did the right thing. He got the first down, got past the sticks, but didn't do the most important thing, take care of the football, and that goes right back now to the defense.
And a great job, David, by the defense, not quitting on the play, right? Of course, they saw him getting the first down, but they were still pursuing. They still got hats to the ball. They were able to rip it away, and that is a huge game-changing, momentum-changing type play now.
He'll try it again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
This crowd splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Right, great little run. Look, it wasn't phenomenal. Didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing ball, got it stopped, now forcing the fourth down.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Got his man in the middle. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and
going for it all. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
in perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got
dropped
there.
it in his fucking hand.
Early, saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
That's okay.
Trying to pick up a first down. From the gun, running back on the move. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Quarterback checking off. On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's complete to the right. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted to 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Looking to move it through the air. He's going up top. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Buckeyes. What a catch and run for 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires downfield. Got his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. On the move, just steamrolling the defense. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
That's the end of the first quarter. The score, Ohio State 7, USC 0.
The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll give it to the back. And stampeding through the defense. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. Dances away from the heat. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pass on the way, it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
And it's no good. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think we can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not. But my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
Complete to the right. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Got his man downfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the Horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. The give to the back. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it. And how about that one, running it too? Great push up front.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Henderson. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. Did a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And That is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. For Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at home.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Guys roll that offense back out there. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think and put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive and really jack them.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Throws to the tight end. And that pass is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he was trying to chart a course on that pick. But he'll be stopped at the 31.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He chucks one out to the right. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
Trying to find his man on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
When you make big plays for your quarterback in the game, you catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incomplete.
Field hockey, I think.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Got a wide open receiver. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They start this third quarter, one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Third down and 2, you know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big first down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
He'll keep it himself. Got enough for the first down. And they'll finally shove him out of bounds after a strong run.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans! That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll leave it with him. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Washington. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He knows how to set them off and bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays.
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Grabs it in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover. Pick up the first. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
They're working that left side. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They'll go with the running game on fourth down.
That's my fault.
Here. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's flying by and gets it on the jet sweep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And I think in today's era of college football, we get enamored with the jet sweep. It's exciting. You're getting this wide receiver involved in the run game. But sometimes it's just better to go old school and just run the football conventionally north-south.
Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Trojans will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's going to take off. The ball pops out. How in the world did the offense retain possession? The Buckeyes want to move quickly.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball security.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Buys a little time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He'll take the deep shot. And he's got it inside the 20. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They'll run it from the gun. We'll give them a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Pulls it in. It's Vasquez. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position. And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some foot.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. South Carolina is ahead in Columbia, but that's not exactly George Rogers out there scoring touchdowns. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Auburn. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And the Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. Runs through a tackle. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
I'm loving this offense mixing the toss plays in their game plan. And what these tosses are going to do, it's going to set up a play-action opportunity where they can fake the toss and try to take a shot downfield.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. On the run, it's Bland. Turns it on in midfield. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense is first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Feeling some heat. Now improvising. Oh, picked off. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to, and as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Red pass, it's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced the 3rd down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They have the lead in the one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Touch pass on the right. Sliding off the defender.
Back upfield, pussy.
Short, and isn't that going to make things interesting?
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
He got it! Touchdown, Southern Cal! And once he got loose, it was all over. That was just as simple as playing catch and warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Here's a big drive for this defense who will try to get a stop with just a few minutes left. They'll run it from the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. It's complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And quarterback, dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Quickly to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. That completion delivers a 1st down. They're going to throw it again. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The defense is going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the catch. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
I love running the angle route, whether it's on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd round. It's a really good route. It's a safe route. Just takes a little bit of timing over the middle of the field. But, hey, again, getting it to a playmaker in space, always winning.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Kept it, and he's past the marker. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, 1 possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
Going to the run, it's Henderson. just destroying his way through the field. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Nice first down execution.
Can't quite cross the plane and get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I can get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses.
Right, but they haven't got here yet,
and
so I couldn't
deny
use
them on 2nd and goal. Charges ahead. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Man, that hurts because second down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's 3rd down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really love in this area of the field.
So what are you saying? What do you want to do?
They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Okay.
Timeout, Ohio State.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And he's lined up perfectly. He'll need to kick it right down the boulevard for the win. It's good. Easy call for the ref. They have taken the lead in the final seconds, guys, and the celebration has erupted on the sideline. Took the lead with that late clutch field goal, and now to see if they can get a stop and keep them from tying the game in the closing seconds. Signals for a fair catch around the 5-yard line and makes it. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard, just like that, like you're talking about, Reese, making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
it.